Hi everybody, welcome back to Call Center Soup. Thanks to those of you returning and to those of you who are here for a first time. My name is Cindy and I'll be your host. So in this video, we thought we would address, some of you have that question, is call center work good for me? Am I good for call center work? Well, the tips and the techniques that we show here in our videos can be applied in a customer service call center as well as in a collection call center. The extra steps in the collection call center are collecting and processing the money and collecting and processing the commission. So my approach when I coach and work with my reps and teach is different than many. I have a proven record for retention and successful collection reps taking home commission checks with commas. When I work with my representatives, we and our consumers or our debtors, we're people first. We're here to assist them with a resolution. So we always want to remember we need to speak professionally and with respect. You may be challenged, but we need to always stay in honor. Do what is right. Be respectful. Let your integrity shine. So I think here's a few things we're going to go ahead and cover that you might want to consider when you think you want to work in a collection call center. Let's see if it's right for you. They're not in any particular order. So are you a people person? Not only being on the phone and taking calls, but a call center can have many other people in that office. Associates, people from other departments, people maybe walking past you all the time. When we're on the floor, we are in a cubicle, pretty much a 3-wall around you of some sort. Maybe it's only 5 feet tall, maybe it's 4 feet tall, just enough to curb your conversation or keep their conversation from being picked up on your mic in your conversation. That's what I mean by being a people person. Not only talking to your people on the phone, but are you able to take being with these other people in the office? It's a pretty fast-paced environment here in a call center. Can you work in the fast-paced environment with frequent changes? A call center, we're here to take and make calls. Some days are much busier than others. In a collection environment, Monday mornings, for example, usually a good time to work if you're looking for that commission. People are reviewing their mail over the weekend and they're getting all geared up about taking care of things. Monday morning comes, they're ringing the phone. That's a good time. It's going to be very busy. Paydays, being Thursday and Fridays, they can be super busy. So you find some days are busier than others, and even certain times of the day pay better. Sometimes between 3 and 6 p.m. can be usually a good time. People are getting off work and they want to take care of those responsibilities. So it's a pretty fast-paced environment, calls coming and going, and to break it down, it can be anywhere to 150 calls a day might be the employer's expectation. In an 8-hour day, that's 18 calls every hour. Each call on average there would be 3 minutes. Now that will also contribute to one of the key performance indicators that we'll cover here in a few minutes, but not all of your calls will be 3 minutes. If you get an answer machine and you aren't leaving a message, you're just going to hang up. That's way less than 3 minutes, right? If you make contact, they answer the phone and they talk with you, you may need 5 minutes on a particular call or longer. Hopefully at this length, it's a first call resolution. That means everything's taken care of in the first call. We'll cover that in another video too. The extra time spent on this call won't keep you from hitting your calls per hour expectation. It should balance out with those answer machines that you didn't leave a message on. So we'll learn how to manage our day a little bit later, but being able to work in that fast-paced environment is certainly another thing to think about. Most call centers do have the KPIs. Those are key performance indicators. They're the way of measuring how we're working. The requirements that assist in showing if we're achieving our goals. We're not just taking calls here. There's always a particular way. They manage how you handle your calls, keep everything moving, keep you productive, ultimately making money. Now, some examples of the key performance indicators or the KPIs that I've worked with might be the amount of calls per hour, amount of calls per day, wrap-up time. Wrap-up time is considered, as you can imagine, the time at the end of your call, the time that your consumer hangs up till the time you're ready for the next call. Nobody's paying you money for that time other than your hourly rate, so you want to get that done as quickly as possible. How much time of your day are you actually working, taking calls? That's really what we're getting paid for. And some key performance indicators might measure how many sales you made in that day. How much money did you collect in that day? Those are some good ones to think about. Now, do you like to make money? That's another thing to think about. It's been my experience. I always coach my reps in collections. It's not really just about the hourly. It's about the commission. When you allow yourself to work the skills that you can learn through the videos, you can write your own check. Some reps that I've coached and assisted in developing have gone on to become $1 million collectors. Some of my collectors I've seen take home $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in monthly commission checks. Oh, it can be achieved. So that's another thing to ask yourself. Do you like to make that money? And as of late, we have the opportunity with many employers to work a call center job remote. We're definitely going to cover that in another video down the line because there's certainly many things to discuss there. Pros and less cons to keep us working remote. I've supervised remote for the past 3 years, and I collected for 9 months when we first started remote. Do you engage in conversation with others? Engage. Do you ask a question and listen for the answer? Do you run out of things to talk about? Well, in a call center environment, there's usually a script provided by your employer, and that's to ensure that you hit the key points that are important to the client and to your employer. There should be quite a bit of guided conversation, and you would be the one doing the guiding through the provided script and your learned skills. I always used to say that now's the time for you to apply your skills. Show me your skills. Let's see what you're able to do. Listening is a big part of being engaged in that conversation. So to achieve the resolve, whether it's a sale or a collection, your learned skills and your script are all going to help you get there. But being able to be engaged in conversation is super important too. The final thing that I think is super important to ask yourself is, do you have integrity? You really need to do what's right when no one else is looking. So these are some good things for us to think about when you want to consider that job in the call center or the collection call center. Think about them. See if it'll fit for you. We'll cover them each probably more in depth as we move on through different videos. Again, any comments you can leave down below. We do appreciate them. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button down below. Also, hit that notification so you'll be notified of any new videos that do come out. All right, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you real soon.